Hey everyone, welcome to the studio. Hope you're all doing well. I thought I'd pop in here today because I am actually in the middle of like production mode. And so I thought I'd talk a little bit about that process for me. Um, so, for example, right now, production I'm making right now, I got all these wonderful textiles from my friend in Morocco. And so I am printing on them so that I can have scarves and table runners in the shop. So production mode means I get all this stuff and then everything else ceases to a halt in the studio. um, and take into consideration I'm doing this on the weekends and then in the afternoons if I don't have any shop work, right? So I get it in bursts. It's not like, well, on the weekends I'll work all day long, but really it's in these bursts, which is fine because things have to dry, But so it's fascinating because every time I do this, I approach it a little differently. And I realize it's because change and growth like happens to us like on a regular basis. And in turn, so why wouldn't my approach to my creations? I mean, there's always things that are similar, but like this time making this, I have all these new blocks that I haven't used. That changes the whole dynamic in the flat file drawers. So I have 4 big flat file drawers that all my blocks live in, right? And they're in, lots of different ones so that everybody can get along and play and I can, whatever I'm in the mood to print, right? And so I have all these new blocks, which changes things. So I approach it a little bit different every time. It's kind of fascinating. So then I, this time, received some colored scarves that are not something that I would pick. Now, I am 100% happy with them for a couple reasons. One, they turned out beautiful. 2, it pushed me. I had to step out of my indigo comfort zone, right? The colors that I always use, and do something different. And I'm also doing something different because I can't layer on this type of fabric, right? See, look at this pretty, it's a bamboo, or I'm sorry, not bamboo, it's cactus and cotton. And so it, it's soft and you don't want a lot of layers on it or it won't be flowy and beautiful, right? But this color is not a color I would normally pick. So that being said, I had all these colors sitting there. And so what I decided to do was do the ones that I knew, right? Like, oh, I know exactly what color I would put on this scarf. So that kind of like gets my juices flowing. And it is inevitable that once I start that, right? Once you start that part, that eventually the new ideas or the what are you going to put on this color is going to come to me. It always does. Always does. So I have faith in that, right? That's a consistency for me. I have faith. I have faith that if like I just do it, and even when it doesn't work out, like, oh gosh, I have a table runner that didn't quite work as I thought. And it's been sitting there. It was like the first one I did. And I think I know how I'm going to fix it. And if I don't, it's okay. But that's the thing. Like, I tried something different. And sometimes you have to pivot. So here is one of the lovely colors that I'm not used to using that I learned a lot from. So I'm very grateful now for the fact that I got these colors that I wasn't used to. And then you can see there's some of my table runners drying. This one's still, I have 4 of them in production right now. I have this one in production and this one and 2 other ones. Sometimes I just do one at a time, but because I kind of like One, I had ink and I kind of knew what blocks I was gonna do, and you know, they're gonna have different kind of theme motifs, and I was kind of putting layers. I'm like, I'm gonna do them all at once, like go in production mode, like series production mode, even though they're all one of a kind, like, because I can never print two the same. I would like to think that I could be that accurate, but I am not. And that is okay. That's what's the beauty of my work. Anyway, so here's where I'm at, playing around. One of the other blocks I'm going to use. So yeah, I just thought I'd share a little bit of that because I think it was fascinating. Kelly had asked me about what that means, production mode, like for me. Like, what do I think about? How does it work? Like, what order do you do things? And, you know, I realized that I always start with something I know. Something that my gut says, yep, that's what that one's gonna, that's the one. And I'll give you another example of that. So this circle one, I love this block. It's a good thing that it doesn't wear down because I use it a lot. So this one, I had made 2 of these table runners when I first came back from Morocco. And my girlfriend bought them both for me. So they never went into the shop, and I was like, oh, I know I'm going to make those, right? So because I knew that, I started there, and it like just got everything going. Anyways, so I hope you have an awesome day, and thanks for coming to my studio, giving me a little break from printing. And now I am back to it. Have a great day. Bye.